Welcome, Dark Warriors. This is Room in Chapter 3, period 0 out of 2868 periods remaining till end of world. So as you can see on the left side of the map there is a red dot that we did not need to concentration to spawn. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see what's over there. Brahms Castle. That's interesting. This was not here in the previous chapters. Mysterious. Brahms, the Lord of the Undead, resides here. No sunlight shines on this castle of darkness, which mysteriously appears with the setting sun, and disappears each morning when the sun rises. That's interesting. A disappearing castle. I guess that explains why it was not here last chapter, or the chapter before that, so let's check what this is all about. Oh, 4 minutes. We got a time limit. Okay, go. Alright, this dungeon. Yeah, we're gonna get all the chests here in this dungeon for the time being, but you do not want to... Minor spoilers, you don't want to fight the boss of this dungeon yet. So we're just gonna leave. We're gonna get all the chests, because all the chests here are very, very nice. I mean, enter, and then we're gonna get all the chests, and then we're gonna leave. Yep, we're not gonna fight the boss. If you fight the boss of this dungeon this chapter, you will not get the best ending. That's right, this game is like very finicky with like its endings and stuff. Alright, these two chests here are like right up against the wall. So you want to pick them up and then drop them. So this button, the jump button, that will drop the chest. This button, hold on a second, this button, the sword swinging button, that will throw the chest. So if you pick up a chest, you want to press the jump button and she'll just drop it gently, and then you want to get those items right there. If you don't do it like that, then you're gonna have to like hug the wall all awkwardly and hope Valkyrie will get the chest with how close the hitbox is to the wall. I think it's better to just pick up the chest and put it in the middle of the room. So there, and then there. Burgundy flask. If you see a useless item that doesn't seem to do anything, like if it's not a weapon or a piece of equipment, then it means that item is going to be used for crafting purposes. We have not properly unlocked crafting yet. I mean, we do technically have crafting at the moment, but it doesn't really do anything too useful at the moment. Actually, yeah, if I go into my menu here, go to use item. Oh, wait, wrong button. Get back in the menu, Valkyrie. Okay, use item. You see transmutate? You can click this and you can transmute items. So if I transmute the burgundy flask, I'll get a shadow crystal instead. But then I can turn that shadow crystal into something else, and so on and so forth. I can turn Splash into Throw if I wanted to. I can turn Shadow Servant into Dark Savior, which is another spell. So you can change items around if you want, but we don't have the good stuff yet for crafting. So just ignore the crafting for the time being. Alright, here and here, combo counter, that's nice. At the very, very top of this room, there's something pretty interesting. Yeah, look at that bell there. You got like an animated swinging bell there. That's cool. It's like most players would never think of climbing that room to see that animated bell. But the developers put it there anyway. That's right, be sure to, always look at the backgrounds in this game. So over there to the right of us is a save point. We don't have to save, so we don't really worry about it. In here, I think, is heal. Is heal in here? Yes, that's nice. Now we can give another mage who is not Jolanda heal, which is nice. Alright, skip that room. Don't go in there. Skip you. Look how beautiful this dungeon is. I love all the red tarps. Very vampire-y. Luckily, this chest is not, like, hugging at the wall, so we don't have to pick that one up, too. To get it by putting it in the middle of the room. Alright, this way. Out of my way, you. Now we can go in here. Up. Alright. This way. Yeah, look at the map of this dungeon. So look at that. You got all these rooms that like lead like all the way to the back into the other rooms here. So these rooms right here, that long hallway that we were walking down, that's what that looks like on the map right there. So that's pretty interesting. Alright, vegetable seed. Most of these items are useless crafting items for the time being, but trust me, they are worth getting. They're worth getting before we need to actually fight that boss of this dungeon. You might be thinking, why are we just running in here and getting all the chests first? When we could just wait till we have to fight the boss of the dungeon and then get the chests then. You know, wouldn't that save us a trip? Well, it would, but these items are very useful for this chapter for the time being, so... Yeah, it's better to come in here and just get these chests and get them out of the way. And then when we do actually have to fight the boss of this dungeon for story reasons, and to get the good ending, then we'll just have a straight shot to the boss, and we won't have to worry about picking up any other chests in this dungeon. Valkyrie, what are you doing? Get back in there! Okay. Alright, Savory. And I got hit by the arrow. Alright, Stone Torch. Stone Torch is a spell. So, yeah, there you have it. That's that dungeon there. If you explored all these rooms here, then that means you got all the chests. Don't worry, there is no chest in that room that we didn't go in. And that right there is where the boss of the dungeon is. Right where the upper part goes there, so... Yeah, don't fight the boss yet. We will get... We will learn more about that later. So yes, Brahms Castle. Pretty cool dungeon. It's the only dungeon in the game with a time limit, so that's pretty interesting. That's all the chests.
To my side, my noble Einherjar.
And here's the enemy of this dungeon. Look at that Vampire Lord. That's right, this game is getting intense, isn't it? This guy was actually a boss fight in a previous dungeon, but now he's just a normal enemy. That's right, these developers are not playing around. And did he just not attack me there? Huh. All right, one more round will do this enemy in, and it fainted again. Interesting. All right, dead. If you run into succubi in this dungeon, then the Demon Slayer kills them in one hit. So there are succubi in this dungeon. They spawn in the normal encounters, and if I go to, yeah, Equipment Arngrim, yeah, the Demon Slayer will kill the succubi in one hit. And you can also, this enemy over here, if you equip the Dragon Slayer, you can make this enemy right here pretty trivial, so... Make sure you equip the Dragon Slayer.
To my side, my noble Einherjar.
And then go in with Jalanda, and then kill it with Arngrim there. There we go. You might be wondering if the Dragon Slayer is so overpowered and seemingly just kills everything in one hit, then why don't use it all the time? Well, it's because it breaks and it does not kill every enemy in one hit. It only kills dragon-type enemies in one hit, and that was a dragon-type enemy. So most of the time, it's just useless to have it equipped. Because usually it will not kill an enemy, usually it will not do much damage, and most of the time it'll just break during a battle if you keep swinging it at an enemy. Oh my god, Valkyrie, get down there! There we go. And this way. This way. Nope, Valkyrie. Oh my god. There's so many rooms overlapped right on top of each other in this dungeon. So you can often find yourself, like, re-entering rooms just by complete accident. Alright, Valkyrie, get up there! And now let's get... Oh, wait, not. Wrong room. My bad. Alright, now let's get Audi 5000. Let's get out of here. If you take too long, so if the time reaches 0, then that's nothing to worry about. The only thing that happens if the time reaches 0 is you just get teleported outside of the dungeon, and yeah, there's not much to really worry about there. Alright, that is that dungeon. Be sure to save, so you never have to ever do that dungeon ever again. I mean, I'm joking. I only say that as a joke because I think it's kind of funny to say we're never gonna do it ever again. But we'll be back there later in the game to fight the boss. If you fight the boss now, you will not get the good ending. Okay, you want to wait till later. I can't stress that enough. Anyway, after you're done saving, we can finally start doing our concentrations. Let's just get started.
Kashell, look out! It's a miracle. They left this one intact. Behold thee, grand steam, forged from the very brilliance of the blue sky. By its power, the absolute evil of these grounds is contained.
But that doesn't mean we should just throw our lives away. Come on out! Show your face!
See, you're not the only one who's sad. But you have to be strong.
I can't stand to hear kids cry.
All right, Camille Village. A lot of stereo audio in that concentration. Okay, in my opinion, this is the most underrated Einherjar cutscene in the game. This one's one of my favorites, but I don't hear many people talking about this one. Oh my gosh. When we came here earlier, everyone was not stone, so what happened? There's Celia and Kashell. This is awful. This isn't at all like Ward said. Who's Ward? This is tragic. A basilisk? A cockatrice or a gorgon? Gorgon? Alright, I just googled what a gorgon is, and Medusa is the gorgon, so that's pretty interesting. This seems a bit more than any of those beasts could handle. Only the people were petrified, nothing else. And there isn't a single person that hasn't been shattered. Oh, that's awful. That's awfully depressing. Oh my gosh. That's proof that whatever did this was no mere beast. It had intellect. There's Kashell being a badass. Medusa! Probably. This is bad. Anyway, let's look for survivors. Right. He's always said that anyone left alive is worth 1,000 oath, the bastard. Kashell's a very underrated character. It's implied that he's very, very smart. They're using a sword as a deadbolt. Like, Kashell has very good natural intuition, and he can just figure things out. This blade. Hey, can you read this writing? These are ancient runes, goodness. They're carved up the entire length of the blade. I stuttered there for a second, my bad. Behold the grand sting, forged from the very brilliance of the blue sky. By its power, the absolute evil of these grounds is contained. Absolute evil? Hey, that's the child from earlier. I think yeah, we talked to her in episode 1 near the end of episode 1 of this Let's Play. Remember that? It's a miracle. They left this one intact. Kashell, bring me the potion. So that's what happened. Huh? I really like this deduction Kashell makes right here. This kid released the evil. She was probably just playing around. Don't you think it's odd finding a little girl here? That's right, that's Kashell for you. Kashell just saw the girl there, and he was like, oh, that's sad, the little girl probably. You know, Kashell can just connect a lot of pieces in his head. I like that about him. Anyway, there's no need to depetrify her right now. I can't stand to hear kids cry. That's right, me neither, Kashell. I hate seeing kids cry. I guess you're right. Maybe we should heal her once we're outside town. I plan to awaken that girl 100 years hence. As a reward for releasing me. Wouldn't that have been pleasant? You bastard! Come on out and show your face! Battle creature, does it please you to perform acts of good shattered and ill? Obscuring your true intentions only makes it that much more hateful. Oh no. Ah! Kashell, no! The veil! I've got to protect it. Yes. Yes. God, this moment gives me chills every time.
This is what is most important to you?
A Valkyrie? I'm not sure. I was so obsessed with it. All I can say is, I guess it was.
You have earned the right to live.
To live?
Yes, the right to life.
I love that. Valkyrie's like, you know what? You're alright. Aw, Celia, it didn't break. Another miracle. That's brutal. Now, yeah, Kashell. Oh my god.
See, you're not the only one who's sad. But you have to be strong. Kashell will only grieve if you cry.
That's brutal. You can't help but feel bad for Celia. In the Laufer cutscene, she was trying to pull Laufer away from breaking Roland out of jail, so he wouldn't get the death penalty. So she lost Laufer there, and then she loses Kashell, like right back to him, so that's depressing. You can't help but feel bad for Celia. Alright, so there's Kashell there. Very cool character, in my opinion. He has a really cool stance, and he sounds like Sonic the Hedgehog, or at least in my opinion, he sounds like Sonic the Hedgehog. The reason why I like that cutscene so much is because the part where he drops the veil and then Valkyrie catches it, that part gives me chills every time. I love that part so much. And I think Kashell is kind of an underrated character.
Minayo, please grant me strength. I thought my anger and sadness were greater than anyone else's. Minayo? Minayo? What can one do when one loses what matters most? This is all I can do.
Finally! Oh my gosh. This is a very good character to get earlier. Ideally, you want this character to appear in Chapter 2. But hey, halfway through Chapter 3 is good enough. Nanami, are you feeling better? If you're really unlucky, she will appear in Chapter 4. And if that happens... oh well. Yes. Thank you, Father. I'm unworthy of your concern. I'm glad you're well, Nanami, but please take it easy today. But I cannot. I must go to the shrine for the Ascension ceremony. It is my duty, my destiny, to inherit the power. The power? This time things will go smoothly. I will give you no further cause to worry, honored Father.
Minayo, please grant me strength. For the sake of your parents who raised me, I wish to prove myself worthy of the power that should rightfully have been yours.
Did Nanami go already? Yes. Why did you let her go? Surely you haven't forgotten what misfortune will befall her if she proceeds with the Ascension ceremony. It'll be a disaster. A girl who's not of our blood cannot hope to ascend to such power. She may not be of our blood, but we've always thought of her as our real daughter. I know. But now we have to face the truth. It's just so cruel. I wonder if her father is the priest from the June cutscene.
The ritual of ascension requires me to be a direct descendant in order to inherit the power. But is blood really that important? What can one do when one loses what matters most? But I won't fail. I will inherit their power and prove that there's something more important.
Is that the Sacred Sword Dragonbane? There's the sword. Oh! Nanami. Oh, what happened? What's that all about? Ah. What was that light? Nuclear explosion? Whoa. That's not a Valkyrie. Minayo? Is that you, Minayo? Ah. That's very unnerving. Sorrowful of spirit, death has brought you no peace. But with my hand... Please stop! With her hand, what do you mean? Are you gonna slap the ghost? I cannot ignore this. If I do not intervene, her spirit will unleash great tragedy upon you. No, this ends now. I like how defiant her expression is in those portraits. Human, surely you do not intend to take her place. I really don't want to. I don't want to die. But I thought my anger and sadness were greater than anyone else's. No, that's not it. It's that her anguish hurts me even more than it hurts her. Truly, this is all I can do. Then it is you I shall be seeing soon. Seeing soon, that's right. I had forgotten about your duty, noble Valkyrie. Thank you.
There is more than one path. Let us go.
So her stepsister took her body. That one, I always thought was a little... I mean, every Einherjar cutscene in this game is dark to an extent, but that one's really dark in my opinion. Imagine thinking... Well, I have more mental anguish, more depression, more sadness than this person. So they might as well live on, and I might as well die, because that seems like a fair trade. Honored parents, please accept this. Dragon Bane, get that. I will never forget what you did for me, Nanami. I pray for your safe travels. So, this is why we want to get this on Einherjar as early as possible. This is a very, very good staff, and you get it in conjunction with Nanami, who has Lightning Bolt. Yeah, Lightning Bolt, and Lightning Bolt is so good right now. It's not the best spell in the game, but for the time being, it's pretty much one of the best spells you can get, which is very nice. Also, I'm going to give Valkyrie the Extreme Guard there. Gonna go to Equipment, Nanami. Gonna give her the Emerald Necklace. I'm gonna give... Gotta give someone else the Emerald Necklace. I guess Jolanda for now. Doesn't really matter. Alright, we're gonna level up her Magic POW as much as it can go. So... There, we can only do one at the moment. There, get the Dragon Bane. Get, actually, she says something... I can't remember this character's name. Oh yeah, Manayo. She says something kind of interesting. Talk to her again. I'll never forget what you did for me, Nanami. I pray for safe travels. Already read that. Alright. So there is Nanami. If you're extremely unlucky, she'll be in the next chapter instead of this chapter. If you're really lucky, she'll be in chapter 2. So... Yeah, this game has a lot of replayability with what characters you can and can't get and stuff. Some characters appear earlier or later than other characters, forcing you to strategize differently and stuff like that on different playthroughs, because sometimes you'll not have access to the character that you want for a certain part. Anyway, we are going to do another concentration. What is this? Clockwork Mansion? There's a good chance this is going to be Clockwork Mansion, right? Yeah, Clockwork Mansion. Oh boy. One of my favorite dungeons right there. Alright, this is a Cave of Oblivion. This one sounds a little... The Cave of Oblivion song sounds a little different than the regular dungeon song, so... Cave of Oblivion? Yeah, Cave of Oblivion. Alright, another concentration. Alright, there's nothing. Yeah, you want to make sure you get all the well, you don't have to do this, but it's good to try to get all the Einherjar in the chapter before going on to the dungeons. Alright, now we are not going to do Clockwork Mansion just yet. No, we are not. We want to go to Camille Village, but first, let's do some menuing here. Okay, now, if you don't have Nanami this chapter, and you don't have the Dragon Bane, then what you want to do, or what we want to do, is we want to go into the Divine Item menu, and you want to make 2 crystal wands. This is the next best thing next to Dragon Bane. So I'm going to make one of those. I'm going to give it to Jolanda here. I do think this trade-off is worth it. This staff is a little weaker in the Element Scepter, but this staff does not break, which means we can use it during special attacks, which is pretty nice. And then what we want to do is we want to make max elixirs. That's right, just max that out. You want to buy as many elixirs as you can, and then we're going to buy around 4,000 MP worth of Union Plumes. There you have it. after doing that, we want to do our first piece of crafting in this game. So go to transmutate. You can find items easier by going into type order and sorting them by that. And then we want to turn cure condition into auto item. And don't worry, we will get a cure condition later. And now we want to start using these skills. So there, use auto item, use throw, splash, charge, and combo counter. There you have it. There you have it. Okay, go to skill, Valkyrie. Level that up all the way. Level that up all the way. In this playthrough, we'll be getting every skill maxed out. Okay, auto item. You want to set Union Plumes to 100%. Like that. And then, oh my gosh, this menu's kind of finicky with the buttons that do and don't leave it. Okay, there. And then elixir is the 99%. So 99%, 100%. Just like that. And then you want that same exact setup on, oh my gosh, this menu. Okay, on Valkyrie. Some players can just navigate this menu absolutely flawlessly. Like, they just, like, press, like, 10 buttons a second and they can, like, map everything exactly how they want to. And they never miss a single input. Not me, man. Alright, so, like, that, and then... Okay, there. Okay. There. Also, we used Avoid earlier. We just used that right away. Avoid is a skill. So if I go to Valkyrie, where's Avoid? Yeah, Avoid. This is very good. It raises your agility. If you did not use Avoid earlier, then what you can do is you can go to Transmutate, and instead of using Avoid, you can actually transmutate that into Guts. And Guts is one of the best skills in the game. Personally, I just like to use Avoid then and there because you do get Guts later anyway, and having Guts this early is a little over the top. So we're gonna get Guts later, but if you did not use Avoid, then you can get Guts now, which is very, very nice. Reginald, stop. Okay. Sorry, Reginald's my cat. There we go. He's on my lap now. Okay, enter Camille Village. Oh my goodness, everyone's dead. Yeah, this is depressing, ain't it? Earlier in the game, this town was, you know, chipper, lively. Seemed to be one of the more optimistic towns because there was a guy here who was like trying to stay positive despite everything, and now it's all stoned. Everyone's dead. Some people are still intact, but some aren't. That's very, very depressing. Yeah, that's really cool. The towns in this game change throughout the game, which is why it's, in my opinion, nice to enter and look at the towns in chapters 1 and 2, just to see them before they become different. Because this town's all different now. Like, see, everyone over there is all stoned. That's a new development for this town. The few who survived are hiding in the church. So she's a survivor there. I'm unsure if she was here last time. Here are some of the residents. Yeah, I think this was the guy who was trying to stay positive earlier. Yeah, now he has nothing to say. Damn. Yeah. Sorry, guy. Sorry, guy. Mother. Aw. And what do you got to say? There we go. This village, we're finished. I never thought this would happen. Well, yeah. I never thought it would happen either. I'm going to expect something like this to happen. This is my swad. Just lay to it. It appears so. Even if I carried this, won't I be punished? I wonder why I said that. I don't know, maybe there's some sort of poeticness there, like if I defile my own grave, would that be a sin? Because Celia set that up for me. Now, yeah, now we can just come in here. Not a wise idea to use a sword as a deadbolt. Anyway, make sure you have Nanami, and, you know, if you don't have Nanami, then you should at least have one other mage. If you have no other mages besides Jolanda at this point, then that is very, very unlucky. So if you do have Yume, Then we have Fire Lance, Lightning Bolt, Icicle Edge, Frigid Damsel. Yume does have Frigid Damsel, and that's pretty good. I'd recommend giving Yume a Lightning Bolt and using that on her party. I mean, on your party. But luckily for me, I do have Nanami with me. And now it's time to show her power.
To my side, my noble Einherjar.
Alright, check out this character. Nanami, go! Look at that! That is so overpowered. And then we can just finish off these enemies with Firestorm just like that. Easy.
No matter how many are defeated.
Yeah, it is so good to have 2 mages early and to make sure they both have all attacking spells. So if we go to party and then we look at Yume and we look at her abilities, she has Icicle Edge, Stone Torch, and Frigid Damsel. You want to use Icicle Edge if you're stuck with Yume. I mean, Icicle Edge does hit every target. Frigid Damsel does not. Stone Torch does not. Stone Torch is arguably the worst attacking spell in the game. I mean, it's not like useless. It can turn enemies into stone, but it does not stone enemies enough for it to matter. All right, Dragon here. And then equipment, Valkyrie. There we go. Bejeweled Blade Grimaced. Be sure to equip that. All right, let's do it.
To my side, my noble Einherjar.
And then going with her mages, because mage attacks are unblockable. And then finish it off with Jelena there. I mean, Valkyrie there. And there you have it. That was Nanami that just leveled up. I think that was Nanami. So we can go to skill, Nanami, and then we can level up attack pow more. Nice. She is very, very strong now with attack pow at level 6 with the Dragonbane. She's arguably our best character at the moment. Alright, we can skip you. Go in here. This is one of the most linear dungeons, if I recall. Defend. Very good. Very good skill there. Alright, so use item. Where is that? Use Slanting Rain. And then defend there. Alright. Jump over you. Actually, I'm gonna get hit by this just to show what it does if you get hit by it. So it immediately freezes Valkyrie, and you cannot mash out of this at all. So you just have to be patient, get a move on. There we go. Alright, up here now, you can skip this enemy by hugging the left side of the ladder. Alright, a lot of enemies in here, a ton of enemies. Don't be too intimidated by them. As long as you hit them with your sword before entering the battle, and you have 2 mages, you'll be fine. So remember, if you don't have Nanami and you have Yume, you want to use the icicle attack instead, and that is basically the same concept. It hits every enemy. So in fact, just to show what that looks like,
they were no match for us.
I'm gonna swap out my characters for a second. So just for the sake of completion, I'm going to go to party. Alright, Nanami. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you for the time being. I'm gonna give Yume the Element Scepter. Alright, here's what Nanami looks like. I mean, Yume looks like.
To my side, my noble Einherjar.
Got 3 enemies here.
We may be in trouble.
Alright, the thing I like about Yume is that she has really, really cool attack animations. So Icicle Edge, see it hits every enemy. Nice. Yeah, see, look at that. She turns to a mermaid there. That is so cool. I really, really like that attack animation. Alright, Firestorm. And that'll do a lot of damage. Alright, go on, Grim, get him. There you have it. And that's gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah, it's gonna do ridiculous damage. And then Union Plume. That's right. That's how we got Union Plume equipped. Auto item is so good in this game. And now she's fully healed. Yeah, that's right. Enemies will start outright killing you in one hit if you're not careful. In fact, later on, it's kind of funny. Later on, the boss fights will basically just throw out like 20, not 20, that's an exaggeration, but they'll throw out a lot of attacks that have a good chance of killing you in one hit, and it's like, okay, that's a little over the top, developers. You could have killed me in one hit with one attack, but, you know, I get it. I can see why you wanted to throw a bunch of attacks at me that kill me in one hit. Actually, no, wait, I'm going to keep Yume because she has another attack that I want to show off. I was going to swap out for Nanami there, but no, I want to show off her other attack.
We may be in trouble.
So, Frigid Damsel. This is one of the coolest looking attacks in this game. Check out this attack.
Frigid damsel.
Look at that. That is a really, really cool attack. I really like that one. Alright, and then kill the enemy there. And I'm not going to bother special attacking. When one enemy dies and you special attack, it's kind of a waste of time. Yeah, that's just going to kill her, yeah. It's because she doesn't have a high health value, and she has no good armor. And then she's going to Union Plume. There you have it. When characters get revived, they cannot attack, unfortunately, so you have to be a little patient. These enemies have very high defense, so often they will... Yeah, look how much damage that does to Arngrim. Jesus Christ. He has the highest, or one of the highest health pools in the entire game, and that just got rid of over, or like relatively half of his health. Yeah, it's no joke. That's why you want the auto item equipped. He's flinched too. He's not going to help us in this battle. Nah. Survive at Arngrim. There we go. He dodged it. Nice. Also, poison also is no joke in this game. Poison does not do chip damage. No, it does full damage. So that poison there didn't do like 10, 20, 30. Nah, it did like 500 whole points of damage to Arngrim. Poison is really, really no joke in this game. You want to make sure you're never poisoned, but I am poisoned. Which is fine. And should I show off Stone Torch? I mean, Stone Torch is really terrible. Like, it doesn't really do anything useful. The only thing Stone Torch does is it does do a little bit of poison damage, but not many enemies are weak to poison, and it does sometimes, relatively rarely, it will stone an enemy. Like, it will freeze the enemy. But you know, not enough to... You know, it's not enough to prioritize using Stone Torch on any enemy, so... Hold on a second here. If you freeze this enemy with this attack, that'll be a miracle. Oh, it worked! Nice. Don't rely on that. Don't... Just because it worked that one time, that does not mean it's going to work every time.
Their souls have been released. We have no reason
And
to
she
here.
leveled up. That's nice. We just got Yume level. But I am going to go back to... Wait, yeah, party. I'm going to go Nanami here. Nanami's just better. Also, Nanami has shorter attack animations, which is nice.
To my side, my
So while Yume does turn to a mermaid, which is really, really cool, Yume does have virtually no slowdown on her attacks, so she can instantly let out this lightning bolt with no build-up whatsoever. Yeah, look at that. That's very nice. Yume needs to turn into a mermaid first. That's right, different
Well done.
mages have different, like, startup animations for their attacks. So the best, oh my god, the best mages, there's an arrow there. The best mages are the tallest mages, so they can pick up more gems in battle, and they also have the shortest startup animations for their spells. So Yume's startup animation is kind of long because she turns through a mermaid. Nanami has a really short startup animation. And that one character I talked about earlier, her name is Mistina. She's one of the tallest mages, and she has one of the shortest startup animations, which is very nice. So she's a very good mage in this game. Also, look, this is the room where Kashell and Celia found that kid. Ain't that interesting? Alright, let's go down here. Oh my god, there's an enemy there. Oops. Anyway, these enemies aren't going to be any trouble. They're basically just like every other enemy in the game. I mean, every other enemy in this dungeon, and the enemies in this dungeon, I demonstrated, have been relatively no issue, so... Yeah, just 2 of these guys, not going to be a problem. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Jalanda. Also, you can just run from these enemies if you want, so you can just, like, run from the battle, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go in and fight them. There we go, Firestorm, and then we're going to finish off with Arngrim and Lenneth. This should kill this enemy.
Divine assault.
There we go. Her special attack is usually stronger than that, but I did not swap out the Grimace Blade, so it's a lot weaker. Oh, nice. She got all those gems. Survive. She's not going to survive that. Who am I kidding? Yeah, no. The nice thing about these enemies is that they only ever attack one character at a time. So only one character on your team is going to die at a time. Get used to that. I mean, don't get used to that. I just said get used to that. No. Don't get used to that, because later on in the game, enemies will attack every character at the same exact time. Oftentimes killing all of your characters if you're not prepared in one foul swoop. So this is just a taste of what we're in for. So you see Nanami over there dying in one hit. Consider that a blessing. That enemy can only hit one character at a time. Trust me, this game is not as intimidating as I'm making it sound. I just think it's fair to give these warnings early. Alright, Valkyrie, I'm gonna give you something better. Hold on a second. Okay, attack power order. Alright, what's my most powerful weapon that does not break? Really, the crossbow is my best one. Ah, Fein Fem. Gonna use that one because it attacks 3 times. And did I get rid of the elemental edge? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I should probably... Hold on a second. I'm overlooking things. Okay, so... The elemental edge is something that you get in a sacred phase where Freya gives you items. If you do not have the elemental edge, then you can make it in the divine item menu instead if Freya happened to not give you it. Since the items that Freya gives you are randomized sometimes. Most of the time they're randomized, but sometimes they aren't. Okay. There. That should bounce up and hit that slimy thing. Okay, there. If it doesn't, then just break the crystal, and then it will reflect off the crystal residue, and then it'll break it. So yeah, like that. Gonna fight this enemy here. Also, we got a lot of event EXP there, which is nice.
We may be in trouble.
All right, Nanami, lightning bolt. Nice. And then we can just kill this enemy just like that.
I have drawn Kichi, average fortune.
I could never tell what she says there. I have drawn Kichi, fortune. I don't know. I can't really tell what she says there. All right, got another dragon. There. There's a chest right in front of that dragon,
To my side, my
which is a
noble
little
Einherjar.
bit annoying. I mean, zombie dragon. I mean, dragon zombie. And if you're not in the right spot, Valkyrie will just pick up that chest instead, because picking up chests is the same item as swinging your sword. So yeah, make sure you're in the right spot. All right, go. There we go.
I have drawn Chukichi. Good fortune.
Like, did she say something slightly different there? Like last time she said she drew 1 Kichi, and then there it sounded like she said she drew 2. I don't know. All right, crossbow or feign femme? You know what, crossbow. It's a little more powerful. Nope. All right, Eye of Heaven. Nope. Sap Guard. That's arguably the best spell in the game, but don't waste that. Also, nice. Now we have 2 Dragon Slayers. That is very, very nice. That means if one breaks, we have another, which is awesome. Nope. Trick Step. That is a spell. I mean, a skill. So we're gonna go here and where is it? Okay, Trick Step. There we go. Even though Sap Guard is arguably the best spell in the game, you don't want to use it on our mages just yet. We get better mages for the best spells later. And also you get more Sap Guards later anyway, so. Actually, some mages come with Sap Guard, which is really, really nice. So you don't even have to waste a spellbook on them. Okay, there. Alright, there. Ah, Valkyrie. Slid by accident. You cannot mash out of this. Valkyrie. Okay, there. And then... Okay, there. And there? Would that work? No. Okay. This part's really, really tricky. Okay, so that reflects off the residue there. Okay. Would that work? No. Oh my god. That just barely works. Okay. Nope. It reflected off the residue and hit me right back. Okay. There. Would that work? Let's see here. No. Alright. Okay, there. Oh, no, my crystal melted. Oh, no, my icicles are melting. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this part's really, really tricky. Okay. That should work. There. There. That's how you do that. Nice. Yeah, I remember that part taking me forever when I first played. I was like, what? I gotta bounce it off multiple crystals? That's not humanly possible. But nah, it is humanly possible. I was just doubting myself for no reason. Isn't that inspiring? Anyway. There you go. Yeah, you have to get out this sword a lot during this dungeon. Actually, Nanami leveled up a little bit, so we can increase magic pow and trick on her. There we go. She's very, very powerful now. And there we go. All right.
To my side, my noble Einherjar.
No mercy.
There we go. Something I like in this game is Valkyrie has 2
Their
different
souls have been released.
starting
We have
phrases
no reason to remain here.
depending on if she's entering a normal battle or a boss fight. If she's entering a normal battle, she says, "To my side, my noble Einherjar." If she's entering a boss fight, she says, "Come to me, Dark Warriors, battle awaits us." Which is badass. Over there is a save point, I'm pretty sure. Out of my way, you. Yeah, this is just a save point. So at save points, you can divine items, and you can make the elemental edge for Arngrim, but I don't recommend doing that. Actually, we did get the Vein Slayer. The Vein Slayer is pretty nice, but it does break, so I wouldn't recommend. Would not recommend that. No, don't use the Vein Slayer. The elemental edge is also very, very weak. So for the time being, we don't really have anything good for Arngrim that does not break. All of his best weapons do break. If you want, then you can give him a weapon that does break and just use that for the time being until it breaks. Since we have a lot of weapons anyway. Oh my god, look at how powerful Nanami is! Yes!
Oh dear.
This is why it's so good to get this character before Chapter 4. Oh my gosh. Jump over you. Okay. Big jump. There's an enemy there. That enemy was right behind the wall. Oh boy.
To my side, my noble Einherjar.
Just these guys. Nice, Arngrim. Nice. Alright, gonna kill you first because you're kind of an annoying enemy. Alright. Nanami, go. Lightning Bolt is a really good spell. The only problem is that it takes a lot of charge turns. So Jalanda's fire spells, Firestorm, that spell is kind of nice because it only takes one charge turn to use. Lightning Bolt is a lot more powerful, so when you use it, it takes a lot longer to charge to use it again during a battle. So it can kind of make battles in this game kind of drag on if you don't get the gems to charge your turn up faster. Alright, we're gonna use the Demon Slayer in this battle, and then we want to save. You want to save here specifically because the Demon Slayer does break. It totally breaks. So it's good to save before this boss fight. So if this weapon does break in this boss fight, then you can just reload the save, and then you can fight it again until the weapon doesn't break. Ah. Kashell's murderer, I'm gonna get you. So you still live. I thought that woman destroyed you. Celia? Talking about Celia? I cannot be defeated by a lowly mortal. Neither can I be defeated by a lowly goddess who relies upon the power of humans to fight for her. I kind of like what that implies. Why don't you try me? Valkyrie, you're badass. I like how that implies that maybe Celia did hold her own against this guy. I mean, granted, he didn't die, but she did get away from him. Which means Celia is a badass. I believe I will. Uh-oh. That's a bad sign.
Come to me, Dark Warriors. Battle awaits us.
Alright, Valkyrie. Don't break this. Don't you break that weapon? Okay, good.
You have served me well.
Yeah, if that breaks, just reload the save. Alright, so that's that dungeon. Alright, Grand Sting. Nice. If you manage to make it through this dungeon without the elemental edge because Freya was being mean and didn't give it to you, then you'll get the Grand Sting here, which is very nice. It does more fire damage. Wait, does it? No, it does more lightning damage, my bad. And it only has one attack, but it does do 500 damage, which means your special attack will be very, very strong. So that is worth getting. Golden Fowl. One of the best items in the game right here. Be sure to keep that. Alright, and 30,000 event EXP. Nice. Alright, so there that dungeon is. I like how this dungeon is in a town. That's pretty interesting. I like how this dungeon is optional. Actually, no, that's wrong. Every dungeon in this game is optional. But I like how this dungeon, you know, nothing points you towards it. It's just on the map in a town. You don't concentration to it. You just get Kashell, and then you just kind of have to feel like re-entering the town after you get Kashell to see if he gets an item or something, and then you'll wander into this optional dungeon here and get the Grand Sting. So that's pretty cool, and you can avenge Kashell by killing the boss of this dungeon. I can't remember the name of the boss of this dungeon, unfortunately. So there you have it. If you don't have Nanami, then admittedly that dungeon is pretty difficult. Alright, exit to world map, yes. And if that's said and done, we can now go to Clockwork Mansion and be sure to unequip the Demon Slayer so she does not break that if she happens to enter battle. Oh my gosh, is this a good setup? I have 2 weapons that both only do 1 attack on me, which means it's going to be kind of difficult to try to get special attacks in. That won't be a big deal. Alright, I'm going to save here. Clockwork Mansion. A clockmaker who liked to experiment on living bodies first owned this Yamato-style mansion. Since he was executed, the mansion has long been deserted, so why can the eerie sound of turning mechanisms be heard emanating from its interior each night? Whoa. Maybe it's his ghost or something. And why was he executed? The answer to that question is never answered. Also, another thing that's never answered is, what is the power? What is that? I'm referring to the power that was mentioned in Nanami's cutscene. She's like, and I'll get the power even though I'm not related. And I'm like, okay, what is that? Probably not to fight these enemies. They're kind of tough. All right, over here. And then down here, there's an enemy. Don't fall on top of it. Yeah, there's an enemy there. Don't fall on top of that one. Just hold right and you won't fall on top of it. Alright, Adept Illusion. And Guts. Guts is arguably the best skill in the game. So we're gonna... Adept Illusion is kind of useless. I wouldn't, don't bother with that right now. Okay. Guts, skill, Valkyrie... Leveled that up all the way on Arngrim and Valkyrie. And then we're going to replace our First Aid with Guts. First Aid was very nice for the time being, but now we have Guts, which is much, much better. What Guts does is it has a chance of reviving you after you die. So if you die, then you'll actually gain some health as soon as you die. So it's like a fake out towards your enemies. And luckily for us, it's actually very reliable. Usually skills like that in other RPGs are unreliable. No, Guts is reliable, which is nice. So you can count on it to save you when you're in a pinch. So be sure to get all those items there. Actually, I'm gonna look at the map so you can see those rooms there. Yeah, you got like 4 different rooms here, 4 different compartments, so 1, 2, then 3 and 4 there. Be sure to run into those rooms and grab the items there. All very nice items. Also, look how beautiful this dungeon is. You can see the water on the ceiling, so that means that this room is completely upside down. Very dreamy dungeon this is. Very Alice in Wonderland-y. Alright, don't fight that enemy. Okay, don't fight that enemy. There is writing on the wall. Beyond here lies danger. Move it and the room rotates. Life is a one-way ticket. Return if you are wise. Only fools who need not life should pass beyond. Foolish ones, take this scroll. If you cannot proceed even with this scroll, then you are truly fools. Okay. You see that? Well, guess what? Every time you leave and re-enter a room, like this, the rooms get jumbled. Look at that. They rotate in a counterclockwise fashion with each and every single room transition. If you keep exploring this place, you might get stuck. If that happens, like you jumble the rooms too much and you just cannot figure out how to leave, then you'll have to just wait around until the face spawns, and you'll have to touch the face, and then that will, luckily for us, reset all of the rooms. However, it takes a while to appear, so you just gotta be patient. Alright, where's the face? Where's the face? That's right, I'm not speeding this up, I'm showing everything. There we go. That's how long it takes. Gonna keep that in for a true, authentic experience. Now, the correct route in this dungeon is you want to kind of go in an S shape here. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in on the map. I'm gonna try to visualize this. I might use arrows. So basically what we want to try to do to navigate this maze correctly is we want to try to serpentine up the map in an S fashion. So that will look like this. So you want to go down, and then want to go right here. You cannot jump in the water, so you gotta stand like right on the edge here and then jump like that. All right, do not fall here. There. If you do fall here, then you'll drop down there, and you cannot jump back up. And there's a pit below, which means you'll enter another room, which means the room will get jumbled, and that's no fun, and you'll have to wait till the face comes and reset everything and then redo everything, and it's annoying. Anyway, do that and then go right again. There we go. We finished the first part of our big giant 3-layer fancy S shape we're making. So now we're gonna go this way. Okay, this part's tricky. Want to jump like that. Okay, there. I want to go up. Valkyrie, get on that ladder. Okay, there we go. This is a cool room right here. Okay, now this way. Okay, absolutely do not fall here. If you fall there, you'll have to wait for the face to get you, and you have to redo everything up to this point, which is a little bit annoying. All right, fall down. Okay, fall down. Okay, there. There. You finished that maze. Congratulations. 20,000 event EXP. Okay, don't fight that enemy. This is the reason why we wanted to do Brahms Castle before Chapter 4 and not fight the boss of Brahms Castle. This is... Okay, so in Brahms Castle, you get the Beast Slayer. Make sure you have the Beast Slayer. Alright, and then we're gonna save. Because the Beast Slayer breaks, so... Alright, there we go. And actually, that's not the only menuing you want to do. That's not the only menuing you want to do. Okay, you also want to... Where is it? Alright. Stone, check. Freeze, check. Paralysis, check. Stun, check. Equipment, Valkyrie, what am I going to give you? I'm going to give you... the stone check. And the freeze check. There we go. Alright. Just make sure whatever character has the Beast Slayer has those items. This fellow creature is the ultimate creation of the master of this place, eh? His final legacy, there is no hope for him. Is that why he was executed? He made this?
Me, Dark
Alright, he's gonna let out 3 deck. Yeah, I got frozen there. Okay, luckily we have on Valkyrie, we have the freeze check, so she was not frozen there. And she was not stunned. Actually, the chances of this happening, where you only have 1 character frozen, that's a very, very good luck. Alright, there. Like, usually that attack will just freeze and stone your entire party.
Oh dear.
So,
Terrible fortune.
I actually got very insane RNG there by having only 1 character there get frozen. Alright, Mirage Robe. Keep that. Like I said, you never want to give up these artifacts. Mirror of Pleiades. Also keep this. This is very nice. I mean it's kind of gimmicky, but it is very nice. In fact, we will be using the Mirror of Pleiades permanently. So, alright, equip that. What this does is it sometimes reflects spells, which is very nice, because Valkyrie is front and center, like she's like the main attacker, so she's at the front of the party. So she gets hit by the most spells. So it's nice to have that equipped. And luckily for us, we do not have to redo that maze. Oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine if the developers made us run through that maze again? That's totally something Trias would do. Trias loves seemingly designing things to mess up the players. Like they love making you backtrack a lot, make you do a bunch of tedious stuff. That's what Trias is all about. Alright, exit to the world map? Yes. But I love Trias for that, so you just have to respect it, you know. Alright, those are the 2 dungeons for this chapter. Be sure to unequip the... Did the game just crash? Oh my god. The menu took longer to load there for a second. I thought it crashed. Alright. We're gonna equip something that doesn't break. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it don't break. Alright, data, and be sure to save, because it's always nice to save after pretty much everything in this game. Alright, there you have it. There you have it. Okay, now Freya specifically requested that she wanted an archer. I personally don't like doing that in this chapter because we'll miss a secret scene if we do that. So here's what I personally like to do instead of giving her an archer. Also, we don't even have an archer, so we can't fill out that requirement even if we wanted to. But even when I do have archers, I still don't like to give her an archer, personally speaking, in this in this chapter. That's just not how I roll with how I play. So, all right, I'm gonna give Lawfer the Emerald Necklace. I'm gonna give Kashell the Emerald Necklace. All right, go to Party. We're gonna use the EXP Orb, and we're gonna give Lawfer enough EXP to level up just 1 time, like that, and then we're gonna go to Kashell here, and we're gonna level up Kashell just 1 time, just like that. All right, there you have it. And then we're gonna go to skill, gonna go to traits. We're gonna level up Kashell's traits here, so he's emotional, focused, obtuse, tenacious, optimistic, and outgoing. I'm surprised, like, good intuition or intelligence isn't a Kashell trait, because from his cutscenes, it seems like he is, you know, very intelligent. Modest, warrior. I guess Kashell worries about stuff. Beautiful. Damn straight. Sacrificing. This is an interesting detail. So characters with sacrificing as a trait are more likely to die in Asgard if you send them to Asgard. So that's interesting. Alright, level those up. And then divine item. I always like doing this, even though, you know, it doesn't really do much of anything. I always like to send them up their lucky items because of course I have to do this. So Amber of Happiness, and then Teaching of Bathanis. I mean, how can I not give them their good luck items? I mean, it just makes me feel so good about myself. So, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Whoops. There you go. And there you go. Unequip that. I'm going to give Kashell... Don't give him the Dragon Slayer. Yeah, you'll get the Flare Base Lord. And I'll give you the Warhammer. And then remove the Emerald Necklace. Alright, and then skill. Freya specifically wanted Find Trap and Survival. So, alright, Find Trap, Survival. And then Find Trap, Survival. Just like that. And then, if you're feeling really finicky about it, you can save before you send those characters up. So there you have it. And I am not gonna, hold on a second, I'm not gonna send them up just yet. I gotta read their status first before I send up characters. Where are they? Alright. A young soldier from Artolia following in the footsteps of his knightly father. From a noble lineage, Laufer had to fight against the expectations placed on him as well as struggling to compete with the more skilled Arngrim. One of my favorite characters right here. I just like how, you know, he has like very high morals and he goes against what, you know, his team expects of him because he just has too many morals. You know, just because they didn't want him to go save Arngrim's brother from jail, but he did anyway, and it cost him his life. He was probably breaking a lot of laws there, but nah, he don't care about that. He does what he believes is right. Alright, Kashell, one of my other favorite characters right here. Disdaining all profit and personal gain, he travels the land in search of adventure. He wields an enormous sword to prepare himself for his meeting with a certain person. I will explain more about that certain person later. The game never makes it clear, but if you know, infer enough, you can kind of figure out what the game is referring to. He does not disdain those who fight for their ideals, and I will show off their special attacks as well.
Now die! I'll take care of this! Finishing strike! Flashing blade! Alright, feeling good! I stake everything on this single blow. Finishing strike! Justice stream! Did that do it?
Now you might be thinking, okay, why are we getting rid of Laufer? I thought he was one of the best characters. That is true, he is very, very good. But if you send him up with Kashell this chapter, you get a scene with both him and Kashell in it up in Asgard, which is one of the very few Einherjar interactions up in Asgard. And even though Laufer is good, I do think Arngrim is better anyway. Like, yes, Laufer has a more powerful special attack, but Arngrim's special attack adds more energy to the bar, so you don't need to give him support equipment to make him do more energy to the bar and all that good stuff. He's just easier to manage, Arngrim as a character. And Arngrim's special attack is still very, very, very strong, despite not being as strong as Laufer's. And Arngrim, in my opinion, is a better support character and all that good stuff. So Laufer is extremely powerful, but at what cost? Arngrim has a higher health pool. He offers more energy to the special attack bar. He's a better support character in my opinion because his weapons can instantly kill enemies when you need them to. And by the end of this game, we will have the best team possible to fight the final boss. And Laufer will not be on that team. So while it's unfortunate we do have to get rid of Laufer for this, I do think it's worth it just to see that extra scene up in Asgard. And we do have Arngrim anyway, and Arngrim is, in my opinion, better overall than Laufer, despite not being as strong when it comes to raw power, so. Alright, there you have it. And I'm gonna do another concentration, even though I'm fairly positive there's nothing else to do. Yeah, there's nothing else to do. Alright. Okay, get in the menu there. No, what? There we go. Alright. The goddess Frey has summoned you. This chapter is concluded. Begin sacred phase. Wouldn't it be... Isn't it chapter has concluded? Actually, no way. I think this chapter is concluded. I think that is proper grammar.
It has been a long time, Lenneth. Our current situation is as follows.
27? Is that good, Goddess Frey? Oh, look, we're above the veneer now. We have +3 there at 26. Yay!
Our current situation is we are firmly in control. Do you wish to know the status of our Einherjar?
Llewellyn, how are you doing? Anything new here? Ordered on special mission? Is that new? Ooh, this one here. This box goes on the shelf. Llewellyn is asked to clean the storehouse. He sets out to do his best. Okay, I'm done. Woo, am I tired. I kind of feel bad for Llewellyn. We just sent him up to just, I guess, do menial labor up in Asgard. Actually, hold on a second. Did I already watch this in the previous episode? These Asgard cutscenes often repeat themselves. Stop construction of the fortress. Delxlaru first platoon. Yeah, this one's new. I've not seen that word yet. The enemy is building a fort on Delxlaru Hill between Valhalla and Jotunheim. A fortress at Delxlaru. I hope that's how you say that. Those veneer rats, this pleases me not. We must not let them control that area. Yes, we must prevent this by all means. Fortunately, the fort is not finished. Send out the first platoon to stop that fort. The first platoon sets out for Delxlaru Hill to prevent construction of the fort. Victory in war. Success in stopping construction. Llewellyn, you're a freaking champion! Exploits recognized. Llewellyn, you have... Oh wait, we already seen this one. Yeah, I remember that. He says, no, I haven't been doing good. Yeah, this one's sad. I'm sorry, Llewellyn, I had to send someone up. Actually, technically you don't have to send someone up, but... I had to get the good items, so... Alright, Belennis.
You wish to know his...
I'm looking at them in order, so I sent Llewellyn first and I sent Belennis next. Oh, carefully checking plans. Ooh. Belennis is entrusted with a special task. While it is a very simple task, Belennis investigates it thoroughly and confirms the plan. I have to make doubly sure. One cannot be too careful. Yeah, that's Belennis for you. Belennis, when he was alive, he was a commander. So he knows all about, you know, war plans and stuff. Deep in the Mirage. Did I ever see this one? Deep in the Mirage, Bada Desert, 2nd Platoon. And it's been discovered that the Veneer have established a base in Baba Desert. They have been disguising it thus far with an artificially created Mirage. The base cannot be allowed to remain. Thor has decided to deploy the 2nd Platoon. Victory in war succeed in destroying the base. That was a little underwhelming. Okay, activities recognized. Belennis, your excellency astonished me. Thank you, my lord. I shall try to live up to your hopes. Good, I expect much of you indeed. Is that one new?
Do you wish to know the status of our Einherjar?
Alright, Loffer.
You wish to know his status?
You better be a badass up there. Yes, he is. He's a freaking champion. That's right. Conversation with Kashell. You don't get this if you don't send both of them up during this chapter. Yo, Loffer. What's up? Oh, Kashell. I just thought I'd check out the equipment once more before we leave. Man, oh man. They're way too serious sometimes. That's not true. Yes, it is true. But anyway, I'm very glad to have you fighting by my side. Aww. Valhalla is a warrior's dream. That it is. Let's show them what we're made of. Yeah. That's sweet. I like how they're relatively seem to be enjoying themselves. I mean, they're making the best of the situation. Unlike Llewellyn, who seems to be all sad up here. Sorry, Llewellyn. Sorry they're making you do chores and stuff. I'm sorry. Recapture of Fort Satori. Fort Satori's third platoon. Narrow rivers and tiny islands mark the Satori region of Asgard. Here lies one of the Aesir's forts. It controls the north region and is held by Tyr, a god of power and authority. It is vital to the Aesir. The fort has been attacked and occupied by the near the into the dungeon.
Our base in the Satori region has been occupied by enemy forces. Hurry and liberate the base. Also, free Tyr, who has been taken prisoner. We have received reports that the enemy has laid many traps in the fortress. You must be careful to avoid these traps.
The game did not cut that line there. I did that by accident because I mashed too fast. That'd be kind of funny if it just cuts automatically, no matter what. Lord Tyr, are you alright? Oh my gosh, look at this guy. Well enough. I owe you all my life. Alright, successfully took the fortress. Nice. Good job, Lawfer. Discovers wounded soldier. Wait, -5? Lawfer? You've got it under control now, huh? Lawfer's unit attacked a Vanir base and successfully brought it under control. While investigating a nearby forest, he notices a person hanging in the shadow of a tree. There's somebody there. Oh, that's the enemy. A Vanir, badly wounded. Kill him, Lawfer. Nah, that's not in his character. Go ahead, kill me. Run. Huh? I cannot draw my sword on a defenseless person. Hurry, run before someone else comes. You are merciful. I think that will be your death someday. Perhaps. If fate desires. Now hurry and run. I love that one. That one says a lot about Lawfer's character. You know, he doesn't always follow orders, you know. He does what he thinks is right despite the orders. I love that. Alright, Kashell.
You wish to know his...
Alright, +4 desired abilities, and nice. Conversation with Tyr. Wounded in the, ear. I think it said Tyr. Similar sounding names. There's like Ire. Wait, ear. Wounded in the line of duty, Kashell is administered by Ire at the base. Unfortunately, the wound was not... fortunately, the wound was not grievous, and Ear is optimistic about discovery. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking dyslexic. Yeah, that hurts. Can't you be more gentle, Ear? But I'm being very gentle. Really? Kashell, you should learn how to fight a little more cleverly. Huh? You are too direct. Perhaps I should say focused. Keep it up and you'll get killed. Oh well. It's war. If your luck's bad, you die. I don't believe that. Well, it's true. In any case, you should place more value on your life. After all, you were given a new chance at life by the Valkyrie Lenneth. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Something about this font, it is a little different than the main game font. I don't know. Just something about it has always been a little difficult for me to read smoothly. It's a little embarrassing, honestly. I'm enjoying myself, though. Recapture of the Fort Satori. Oh, we already read this one. Hold on, wait. I'm going to try it again. No rivers of a tiny islands mark the Satori region of Asgard. Here lies one of the Aesir's forts. It controls the north region and is held by Tyr, a god of power and authority. It is vital to the Aesir. The fort has been attacked by an occupied Vanir, and Lord Tyr is still alive, but he has been badly beaten and thrown into a dungeon. Oh, I read it all. Yay!
Our base in the Satori region has been occupied by...
Man, I was never good at reading those parts where the text just scrolls by all fast. I don't know, something about a text. It's like... The text is too thin, I think, for me. And I sit far away from the screen. Yeah, so that's cool. He went... Yeah, that's a cool detail. So, Kashell and Lawfer, I think, both get that mission. So if I go to Lawfer, Yeah, he also has the recapture of Fort Satori, so that's cool. So they both have a conversation up in Asgard, and they both get sent on this mission. That's really cool.
Do you wish to know the status of our Einherjar?
So depending on like the Einherjar you send up, you can like
You wish
have
to
them
know
do
his
things together up in
status?
Asgard. I like that. Discover enemy unit. While on patrol duty, Kashell and her mod spot a near unit. They must quickly inform base camp. Her mod, you go on ahead. I'll keep watch here. Kashell, we've got to let the fort know that the Veneer forces have come this far. But someone needs to stay here and keep watch. You're faster than me, so you should go. There's no time to argue. I understand. Good luck here, Kashell. Don't do anything rash. Yeah, I know. Alright, watch enemy until help arrives. Diligence. Alright, there you have
Do you
it.
wish to know the status of our Einherjar?
And the cool thing about this game is, you know, these are just the scenes from the characters we send up personally. It adds so much replayability to see what different characters go through up in Asgard here.
Lenneth,
So that's
about your
cool.
Performance. It is magnificent.
Like, we didn't even
These are
have
all
to
the materialized
send those
points I can
characters
grant
if we
you
didn't
at
want
this
to.
time.
We could have sent other characters.
The Lord Odin is pleased with you. He bids me give you these artifacts.
Alright, Element Scepter, Icicle Edge, Firestorm, Darkness Arrow, Reflect Sorcery, Auto Item. All these items suck. The Holy Grail is good, though.
Lenneth, I have a request to make of you. We must send an emissary to those troublesome light elves.
Why did you say it with so much disdain?
Can you send an Einherjar who is as skilled at negotiating as they are? We need a warrior skilled in battle tactics. We need an Einherjar wise in the lore of demons. We need an Einherjar who can gather intelligence. Very well. Good fortune. I know that you can do it.
Oh boy. Chapter 4, dear God. Thank you so much for watching, Dark Warriors. This chapter specifically is fun, and we'll be doing it next time.